First off, great performance today from Dylan Cumming.
Yeah, Dylan, man, I don't know where to start with that one other than to just tell his story a little bit. He's to go through what he went through at the beginning of the year and then to come in here and make adjustments and be willing to go up in Matt Williams' office and say, okay, I did it my way for a little while. That's not working. What do I need to do to make some adjustments? If you'd have told us that Dylan Cumming would have had that kind of performance in the biggest game of our season after we got back from TCU, you'd have looked at me like I had two heads, and it's just, that's the most rewarding thing for us as coaches, is to watch these kids grow. And that's the best part about being an athlete, is to be able to step aside and get out of your own way at times and just make progress. But he was sensational today and really attacked. I really wanted him to finish the game. He hadn't done that for us this year. I know he wanted to too, but it doesn't always work out like you want it to. But I'm proud of Dylan, and we're going to need him down the stretch.
It was a team effort today, but the 2 and 3 hitters, Aaron Anderson, Will Wagner, combined for 8 hits, Double-A with 5 for 5. Can you talk a little bit about how they got things going, especially there in the 10-run 7th?
Yeah, when you have a 10-run inning, obviously everybody's kind of chipping in. But I mean, you look at the score, and if we're going to win the game, like we did, and score 12 runs, then we need those guys to get in there and do, certainly what they did. Will Wagner has performed unbelievably well against Bellarmine. I mean, I don't know what the numbers are, but they've got to be really, really good. Your best players, they rise to the occasion if you have a good team. I've always thought that, and you saw that today, and they've really picked up some of the other guys around them, I think. It's a lineup that finally has the length I had kind of hoped for when you see them intentionally walking some of our guys and other guys up there able to cash in on it and kind of just keep the line moving there. That's how you draw it up. So credit to our guys. We kind of took what the game gave us today and capitalized on it.
This looks like it'll be our last home game of the year. Finish 24-2 at home. I mean, what can you even say about that?
Well, that's a credit to our players. I mean, gosh, it's they've just. You think back to the fall, and you just think back to all the time that they've put in to be really good defensively and to do some things. I mean, I don't know what our numbers are at home. I'd like to see them, but that was part of our goal when we got here, was to build a roster that certainly could play in this ballpark at a high level. Not so much offensively, but really defensively. I thought that was the biggest step we had to take when we got here, and a lot of those guys are still here. With McDyer and Locklear and Wagner and Jalen too. And so, you just layer those recruiting classes on top of them, and then we get the transfer portal, and then here we are, man. It's an unbelievable group. I'm just glad we've got, you can talk about winning and, hey, you get to advance. And when you're me, I look at it like we've got more time together. We've got a flight to Jacksonville. We've got more meals in the hotel, and we've just got, just more time together. And that's a gift from God with us, with these guys, because I'm just trying to soak it all in.
You touched on it there just a little bit. I was going to say, I know we look at everything as a marathon instead of a sprint, and there's a building block on each point. You got through one step. What does that mean? And now going forward into Jacksonville, you said a little bit, you get more time with the guys.
Yeah, it comes in layers, and you check the regular season box. I mean, you check the non-conference box, and then here comes the tournament. And if you're going to be rewarded with postseason play and a chance to be in the NCAA tournament, this is the time of year where you have to earn that, and you can't give anybody any reason to leave you at home. And so they did that today by beating Bellarmine, and here we go to Jacksonville, and hopefully our guys can go down there and continue with the momentum that we've had. I'm looking forward to it, seeing some of those teams from the other division.